Do you know about this? Do you know about these one-way job
So,
interviews where
basically I had everybody sit down
and an AI is screening?
What's up, hunters? I'm a career coach with nearly 10 years of corporate experience, and let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
I hate one-way interviews. I really, really hate those. They're on the rise and getting more and more common nowadays, but I haven't heard a single positive opinion about them. And my video today is going to be focused mainly around all the controversies surrounding this topic.
Controversy?
Controversy? Oh, a controversy.
Apologies, those of us with British accents pronounce it controversy.
And if you're currently on the job hunt and had one of those already, I bet you know what I'm talking about. But for those few lucky ones who haven't had the experience yet, beware. Brace yourselves. They're coming for you. But first, let me explain you what it is. So a pre-recorded interview is an online one-way interview where you record video responses to preset questions and the hiring team reviews them later. Unlike a live interview, there is no real-time interaction, providing a flexible asynchronous format. You will typically be given a set time to think after a question is presented before the recording starts, and you will have the option to practice and re-record some answers. In principle, whether or not you progress in your application process, whether or not you remain unemployed, depends heavily on how well you perform on camera. How confident you can look into a selfie lens and maintain a meaningful conversation knowing that there is no one on the other side, but keeping in mind that somebody else or something else will be reviewing and assessing it later, deciding your future. Let's take a look at a few examples so you can better understand how it looks like.
Okay, so tell me about yourself. So I am
Oh my god, I just got some awful flashbacks. This is literally me when I had my first ever, and thank God the only one yet, pre-recorded interview. Because in this environment, you have no idea what the heck is happening. As anxiety is close to maxing, especially if you're not used to making those videos, and you just say a few words, and it's as if your brain knows that there is something wrong, as if it knows that you're talking formally to yourself without any obvious reason, and tries to just shut it. Shut it right there. And in a second, you forget everything you wanted to say. You say or while the camera is rolling, and then you start preparing for the new attempt, if you still have some.
let's see how that went.
Okay, so tell me about yourself. So
Re-record. Okay. So I'm a student living at home, studying A levels, and oh crap.
That's me.
Okay, student. So I'm a student living at home, studying A levels in maths, physics, and business. What else would you want to know? Oh shit.
What else would you want to know? You have no idea what they want to know. There is no natural conversation flow. There is no way to reflect on the other person, to bounce back and forth. This is absolutely confusing. Let's take a look at a few more.
Whether it's from housing costs to company growth, and fuck.
Oh my god.
It's from housing costs to
I can tell that it's been her 10th attempt so far, and she's really trying to make it work. But the physical response, you can't really control it that much. I feel so bad for her.
Hi there, my name is Gabby, and I'm applying to this position because I feel confident that my skill set is a match with your business.
Good start. Oh. I look like a boy.
Hi, it's Gabby again, and I actually just found out that you can't edit these.
Oh.
So.
Oh, you cannot.
Obviously, you were never meant to see that, and...
No, but they will. They will.
There was a customer who would come in and he was blind. I would always help him because he would come to me. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
How do I remove this? Oh my gosh. How do I stop this?
Oh my god. A few more?
Being come on. Or new medical and marketing graduate. I'm so close. Marketing workshop. Why am I going so red? Stop going so red.
No, maybe because you're slapping
And force
yourself
behind.
every time. I really feel like I'm a very empathetic person, and I really feel for those people. I really feel for those people. And you see people have absolutely different reactions on those. They start screaming, swearing, laughing, or do whatever this is.
Service jobs for a long time.
I personally would do something like that. Definitely.
That pertains to either tech or the business side. So basically, I had everybody sit down and that pertains to either tech or the business side.
Okay, but to be fair, you get multiple attempts to record your answers. So it gives you the space to prepare a bit, get more comfortable. And to be honest, this is good, like for real. Every time after I've had an interview, there was always something I thought I missed. Always something I thought I could have said, but I didn't. And to be honest, second, third attempt doesn't sound like a bad idea. But on the other side, I think sometimes even 1,000 attempts is not enough, because you will always find something that you don't like, something that could be improved, and it's a never ending story. So, just reflecting a bit on my own experience with TikTok and YouTube, I started recording videos and posting them like a few months back. And I kid you not, for my first video, I had over 20 attempts for a 1-minute video. And even then, I ended up using few second cuts from all of them to make one whole video. And it took ages. And even now, I think they're far away, far, far away from being perfect. So yeah, to have few attempts is definitely good, but is it ever enough? By the way, here's a funny thing I found in the comments. Allegedly, some of the companies can see all your attempts, all the bloopers, all the scraps, etc., etc. Well, isn't that absolutely wonderful and not disturbing, like, at all? Why would anyone want to keep and rewatch my failed attempts? Isn't that the whole idea of it? If you screw one of them up, it won't be seen by anyone or assessed by anyone. So to me personally, this doesn't sound like a benefit. But you know what would? A real person on the other side, a human being to interact with, a natural conversation flow. Because now, when you get invited to one of those, you don't get a thrill of an interview. You don't get a thrill of achieving this little but so important milestone. Because 200 other candidates got the same thing. And you don't even know who's going to be assessing those interviews. Is it going to be a real person? An algorithm? You never know.
Do you know about this? Do you know about these one-way job interviews where you talk into a camera, there's no one there, and an AI is scoring you the whole time? If you haven't done this,
AI is scoring you the whole time. The whole time on your final video, or the whole time also during the attempts? That's a good question.
yet you might soon. So here's how you ace these interviews. So I hate to tell you, but if you get a request to do a HireVue or a Spark Hire one-way interview, it's likely that all of your competition got that same request. When you respond to the prompts, they will put you in these 3 tiers automatically. And that is sorting it so that when a human goes in, they'll look at the applications that were in the top tier first and work their way down. So if you end up getting in one of these lower tiers, your application will never likely be seen by a human. So how do you do well? Well, the AI focuses on the words you say. So really make sure you're speaking very clearly and you're using words and terms from the job description to really show how your experience connects to what they're looking for. But it's not.
So here she says about the AI. So the AI is looking through those pre-recorded videos. But here's another video I stumbled across.
Today, I reviewed HireVues all day. So this is what you should not do if you're doing a HireVue for a finance internship or really any internship. Firstly, don't wear a sweatshirt, dress the part. If you look like you don't care, I'm not gonna care. Second, I can tell if you're looking to the side and reading something. Do you see how obvious that was? I can tell, and again, I will skip it. I will skip your whole application. Also, read the job description. The amount of people that said they wanted to do a job that was not the job that they were applying for, read the job description. Lie if you have to. It's easy. Lastly,
lie if you have to. Okay, so in this company, in whichever company this lady works, they are screening. There's actually a human being screening those interviews. So basically, you don't know who's going to be watching your interview. Is it going to be a real person or an algorithm? And that's a problem already in itself, because depending who's going to watch it, you will need to prepare differently. Of course, if it's going to be a human, you want to make it more natural, more conversational, as if you're trying to connect with the person who's going to be watching it. But if it's AI, then the preparation is going to be quite different. You would need to use more keywords heavy script. You need to be loud, you need to be structured, just so that AI can recognize it and understand what you're talking about. So now the chances are higher and higher that nobody is going to even see your application until you reach at least the third stage of the recruitment process. And I cannot help myself with the dystopian and dehumanizing nature of all of it. First, to handle loads of CVs, companies started to onboard different AI tools to pre-screen and filter out candidates that do not fit the role. Once it became common knowledge, candidates started to use AI tools to adjust their CVs to match specifically job descriptions. Now, when the CV stack hasn't gotten any lower, we decided to ask candidates to pre-record themselves and let AI analyze and pre-select best candidates based on the words they say. How long do you think it will take until candidates start using deepfakes or whatnot to make those videos? Especially when people really seem to hate it. So in the end, AI on the company side will be talking to AI on the candidate side, making those interviews obsolete. Because the CV stack will not get any lower. It's like trying to put out fire with fire. Ridiculous, but at the same time, super sad. And to be honest, I do feel for both sides. Companies who get floods of CVs, half of which are bogus, and candidates who sometimes have to go through 10 rounds of interviews just to find another rejection in their mailbox. And I wish I had a real good, solid solution for all of this, but all of my ideas currently revolve around more regulations, checking AI traces in application documents, implementing measures to reassure companies that candidates who applied are real and have valid experiences, and also ensuring candidates that they are not being treated as just another data point in company statistics. If you have any ideas, thoughts around this topic, please write it in the comments and let's have a discussion. But for now, those types of interviews, one-way interviews, are not going anywhere. And the only thing that we can do is to practice standard questions, practice how we answer them, practice how we fit them in 1 minute, and in general, practice having a conversation with the camera. If you found this video insightful, hit that like and subscribe button, and I see you in the next one.
Thank you so much for taking the time to observe my interview. Thank you so much for... Thank you so much and have a great day.
Please.
Thank you so much for taking the time to observe my interview today. I